Finding that comfortable space and starting to bring that awareness and attention into your breath and into your bodies. Maybe letting those eyes gently close. Start to really focus on that breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Taking this time here to really breathe into that belly space. Maybe you normally catch your breath in that throat. Maybe it makes its way down into that heart center. But not often are we breathing all the way down into those bellies. Let's fill it all the way up. And exhale every last bit of it out. Big deep breath in and out. Big deep full breath in. And long extended exhale out. Before we begin, just doing a quick little body scan, I just want you to notice how you feel right now. Taking in that breath, letting it flow throughout your body, and just maybe noticing if you're holding tension in those necks or in those shoulders. Maybe those backs are tight. Maybe it's those hips or those knees. Maybe it's all of the above. Wherever you find yourself, remember you set aside this time to focus on your breath, to move your body. Remember to be kind to yourself while you're here. Starting with those shoulders, we're inhaling, rolling them up towards our ears, and exhale back and down our spines. Inhale, rolling them up, and exhale down and back. Inhaling up and down. One more time, let's inhale, really shrug those shoulders up, feel them stretch, and then exhale down and back. Those shoulders are low, those backs are straight. Let's take a big deep breath in. And exhale, let that right ear fall towards that right shoulder. With every exhale here, we're letting those heads feel a little bit heavier. We're releasing any tension we're holding in those necks. Remember, the only thing stretching those necks is the weight of your own head. Let's relax those beautiful faces, unclench those teeth. On your next inhale, we're coming back up to center, big deep breath in. And exhale, left ear falls towards left shoulder. Again, unclench those teeth. Try to release any tension that you're holding in those necks and in those shoulders. With every exhale, we're letting those heads hang a little bit heavier. Stretching those necks just a little bit more. Big deep breath in, back up to center. And as you exhale, let's bring those chins down towards our chest. Let those heads hang nice and heavy. We're going to take a few breaths here. If those backs start to round forward, just go ahead, roll those shoulders up and back. Straighten them out. And go ahead and just start to bring small movement here to those heads, necks, maybe even those shoulders. Starting small, maybe just a gentle sway back and forth. But as we move and as we breathe here, let's make those movements bigger and bigger. So let's just start with those heads, gently coming up to one side with a big breath in. And exhale, roll those chins back down towards our chest. And then inhale up to the other side. Exhaling as you bring those chins back down. Inhaling as you come up and down. Continuing this U-shaped stretch or turning it into whatever movement feels good for you today. Maybe simply looking over one shoulder and then the other. Maybe letting one ear fall down to the shoulder below, inhaling back up to center and then down to the other. Really just doing whatever movement here feels good for you. If we do a big full circular motion here with those heads, just be careful as they go up and back. Those heads are heavy, so be aware of those necks. Just taking this time to warm up those bodies. Finishing up those movements, let's come back to center here. I want to bring that movement right on down into the center of our spine. So let's remove any block or bolster that you have underneath you if you did, and we're coming in rooting down into those mats below us. Maybe those legs are cross-legged, maybe you prefer them stretched out in front. It's totally up to you. We're going to come into a seated twist here. So rolling those shoulders up and back, taking a big deep breath in as we lift those arms up. Exhale, that right hand comes behind us, that left hand comes to that right knee. We're looking over those right shoulders. With every exhale here, we're able to twist those bodies a little bit more. Also remembering that that hand behind you, we're not leaning back into it. We're simply using it as a little kickstand, keeping that body nice and straight. Big, deep, full breaths in and out. And on your next inhale, we're going to reach both arms back up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. And exhale, that right hand now is coming to that left knee or left side of our body. That left hand comes behind us. We're looking over those shoulders. Again, with every exhale here, we make space in those bellies. So we're giving ourselves a little more room here to twist. Big, full, deep breaths in and out. One more big breath in and out. On our next inhale, let's lift both arms back up to center. Big, deep breath in. And exhale, let's fold forward here. So reaching those arms forward, letting those heads hang heavy. Again, every exhale, room in that belly so we can lean forward a little bit more. Feel that lower back start to stretch itself out. And we're going to roll on back up nice and slow. Roll those shoulders up and back. Let's bring that right hand down to the mat next to us. That left arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling. Big deep breath in as we reach up. And then we're reaching over to the right. So right ear falling towards right shoulder. Left arm is in line with those ears, with those heads. As we reach over here, maybe you're able to kind of come all the way down onto those forearms. Really get a side body stretch. Just an option. Inhale, reach both arms back up to center. We're bringing those hands together and coming down together. Interlacing those fingers, pressing those palms out and reaching up overhead. Let's stretch those shoulders out. Big deep breath in and exhale, gently release, and let's roll those hands down. That left hand now is coming down to that mat next to us. That right arm is going to reach up towards the ceiling. Big deep breath in as we reach up. Left ear falls towards left shoulder, right arm reaches up and over. Every exhale here, we're maybe able to reach a little bit further over, maybe stretch that side body out a little bit more. And let's bring some movement to this. We're going to inhale, lift both arms up, exhale to the right. Inhale, lift up, exhale to the left. Inhale up to the right. Inhale up to the left. One more time, up to center, big deep breath in, and exhale again. Let's forward fold, reaching in front of us here. If those legs are stretched out, maybe you're reaching towards those toes. Let's let those heads hang heavy. And we're going to roll back on up, coming right into our seated cat-cow. So here, those hands are coming together at heart center. We're interlacing those fingers, bringing that fist up and behind our head where our skull meets our spine. Here, we're inhaling, lifting up and out, reaching those elbows back. Exhale, forward fold, elbows come together, chin comes in towards chest. Inhaling up and out, reaching back, stretching out those shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Continuing at your own pace here, and remembering these are great together, but if one of these feels better for you than the other, stay there for a breath or two. Maybe it's that forward fold that feels really nice on your lower back. Maybe simply sway side to side here. Maybe it's the up and out that feels really nice on your shoulders. Maybe twist that core. Just keep that breath going. On your next up and out, let's reach those arms up towards the ceiling, roll those wrists, stretch out those fingers, and shake it out. Coming around onto all fours, we're going to continue our cat-cows in the more traditional pose here. So starting in tabletop, our knees are underneath our hips, our wrists are underneath those shoulders. We inhale as we sink those bellies, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, arching those backs, chin comes in towards chest. Inhale, sinking those bellies, looking up. Exhale, arching those backs, chin in towards chest. Continuing that traditional breath and movement, or doing whatever feels good here for you. Cat-cows are just really great spine stretches, so let's just work on whatever feels good here for your body. Maybe you want to roll back and around. Maybe you want to look over one shoulder and then the other. Maybe you want to sink down onto those forearms. Continue that same movement. No right or wrong here, as long as we keep that breath going. And then let's come back to center. We're going to take that right leg, reach it back behind us, stretch back into those heels. Start to feel those calves. Let's work on some balancing here using that core. So we're going to lift that right leg up behind us. Toes are still pointing down. We're rooting into that right hand here, but be careful here. I don't want you to put too much pressure on that wrist. So really, you can almost claw into those mats below you. Reaching forward with that left arm, finding bird dog here, find that balance. It's kind of easy to lean into one side or the other, right, to keep that balance. Let's try to keep those hips nice and square to the mat. Let's take a big deep breath in. And as we exhale, let's bring that wrist and that knee together underneath. and then press it back out. Big breath in and exhale, knee comes together with that wrist, and exhale, press out. Big breath in and out. Big breath in and press back out. Let's go ahead and pulse here. Just little tiny micro movements. 3, 2, 1, and down. Go ahead, sink back. Roll those wrists. I know I said don't put too much pressure. We always do anyway, though. Coming back on down. This time that left leg is reaching back behind us. We're pressing back into those heels. Lifting that left leg up, we're going to root into that left hand, reaching forward with that right. Find our balance here. Use those core muscles. Big deep breath in. And exhale, bring that wrist and knee together. Keep that balance and then press back out. Big breath in and exhale. Big breath in and down. Reaching out here, let's stretch it out and just pulse. Small micro movements here for 3, 2, 1, and down. Go ahead, bring those knees to the edges of your mats. Big toes come together behind you, sink back into child's pose. Let's take a few breaths here. Maybe while we're here, roll those wrists, give them a rub. Take a few breaths, remembering this is your pose of relaxation. It is here for you whenever you need it. If those hands aren't already reaching towards the top of our mat, let's bring them there now. We're going to press down into those palms of our hands. As we lift ourselves up, tuck those toes, and we're going to zip those legs together, come into high plank. The high plank, those chests are right over those hands and those bodies are nice and strong. Let's take a moment to pedal back into those calves. We're going to roll those backs forward. Chest comes back over those hands. Bring your knees down. Bring that chest down. Let's keep those elbows tucked nice and tight here. We're going to roll those shoulders back. Inhale up into cobra. Exhale back down. Let's do a few of these. Remembering maybe you're going to start with little tiny baby cobra and down. Maybe with every inhale, you can lift yourselves up a little bit higher. On your next big breath in, let's come up into cobra. I want you to tuck those toes. We're lifting those bodies all the way up and back into down dog. So here, let's look at those hands. Let's make sure those pointer fingers are pointing towards the top of our mat. That head comes back in between those arms. Maybe those legs are straight, maybe they're bent. Maybe you want to walk your dog, bend and straighten one leg and then the other. Down dog is a full body stretch and strengthen, so let's enjoy it here. Let's go ahead and roll forward, come into high plank with a big deep breath in, and exhale back into down dog. Inhale, roll forward, exhale back. One more time, let's roll on forward. One more time, pushing back. Let's go ahead and bring those knees back down to our mat. I want you to bring that chest over those hands. So as we walk forward here, we're going to sink those pelvises down. And can we bring those feet up behind us? Pointing those toes, let's sink, feel that lower back stretch. Big breath in as we lift up, and then back down, stretching those shoulders. Inhale, lift those bodies up, and exhale, back on down. Inhale, up, and back. Inhale, up, and down. Let's go one more time back. This time we're going to tuck those toes, lift those bodies up and back into down dog. And then we're stepping forward to the top of our mat. Exhale all the way down into a forward fold here. So here we're just letting that upper body hang nice and heavy. Making sure there's a bend in that knee. Maybe it's a deep bend, maybe it's not. It's up to you. Maybe sway back and forth here. Maybe nod those heads yes, shake those heads no. Maybe grab your elbows and add a little extra weight here. With every exhale, we're letting that spine gently stretch itself out. On your next inhale, let's bring those palms of our hands to our shins, lift up for a half lift, flat back. Big breath in, and exhale back down, forward fold. Let's roll on up, nice and slow. We've been upside down for a while. Let's let that blood flow back throughout our bodies. Bring those arms out to the side, up overhead. And exhale, hands come together at heart center. Let's come to the top of our mats. We'll do a few sun salutations here. We did our warm up. We got that body moving and flowing. Let's bring that heart rate up a little bit and really get that blood flowing. So bring those shoulders up and back. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands come down, stepping back into your plank. Bring your knees down, bring that chest down. Keep those elbows tucked. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as we step forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come down, stepping back. Bring those knees down, bring that chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as we step forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come down, stepping back. Bring those knees down, bring that chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as you step forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands come down, stepping back. Bring those knees down, bring that chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale as you step forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, heart center. Beautiful job. Take a moment here, take a breath. Roll those shoulders up and back. Bring those palms out. Breathe in nice and deep in through those noses and out through your mouth. Big deep breaths in and out. Big deep breath in and out. Let's inhale, sweep both arms up towards the ceiling. Bring those hands together overhead and come down to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful rest of your day.